Okay, so I'm going to do another movie review from my phone, which is why it's so shaky. And I figured I will do them off of my phone up until I get a laptop, and then even if I'm on the go or something then. But I figure if I do them on my phone, I can get the hang of just talking and saying stuff without going in my head, without going and you know, I'll be able to just spit it out by the time I get a laptop. I will also be able to do a more in-depth, throw in some theatrical trailers, links, um, posters, and such like that, info about the movie, link-wise for you. But for now, I figure I'm just going to do them off my phone. And as you saw, I'm going to review the IFC Midnight movie, Super! This movie is a fantastic superhero movie. It's got Rainn Wilson, who you would know as Dwight from The Office, Liv Tyler, who, if any of you are horror fans, you know her from such movies as The Strangers. If you're really any movie fan, you've seen Lord of the Rings, you know her from that. It's got Ellen Page, who is in Juno and Inception, and Kevin Bacon from obviously the great movie of Tremors, and other movies, obviously. But anyway, Super is about Frank, who's pretty much just a loser. He's a loser around. He has no real great accomplishments in his life, other than one time he pointed out which way a robber went to the police, and his marrying his wife. And he's basically just short order cook, and his wife is an ex-addict who he basically saved her from. And at the beginning, he draws little comics and pictures of his best days, and he has it, and you can just tell that they're distant, and he's losing her, and he kind of knows it. And one day, she's just gone. And he's really bereft and just desperate to find her because he is truly in love with her. And he just wants to be with her, and he'll do basically anything to make her happy and be with her. And he finds out that she is now with a drug dealer, played by Kevin Bacon. And so basically, Kevin Bacon now has her, and because she's an ex-addict, he gets her, attached and hooked again. And through the depression, Frank is watching a TV show about a superheroed Christian who uses the power of demon to fight, teenage drama crap and promote safe sex and non-bullying and all this. And he gets a message one night from God about how anybody can fight crime. All you need is the desire to fight evil, the will to fight evil and such. And he sees something, and it makes him think that if he's a superhero, he can save his wife. So he goes out, kind of like in Kick-Ass, makes a costume, and basically tries to be a superhero. Where Ellen Page comes in is in the process for costume ideas and such, like how to fight and his motto, tagline. He goes into a comic book store to read comics about these superheroes, and she, of course, works there and basically nerds out with him about comics. Eventually, you can tell that they have a connection, or at least she likes him. And she finds out that he is this superhero, the Crimson Bolt. And she joins up with him to become his sidekick, to fight crime. Okay? He has this awesome tagline, though. At least I think it's pretty cool and pretty clever. It's, "Shut up, crime!" I mean, come on. If you're a bad guy, stealing, doing drugs, molesting people, profiting on the sadness of others, aren't you going to be terrified of a guy with a giant wrench yelling, "Shut up, crime"? I would be. So, he becomes his own superhero, and she becomes Bolty, his right hand, well, woman, I guess. And he fights crime up until the point when he believes he is ready enough to go fight Kevin Bacon for his wife. And when he goes to fight Kevin Bacon, he brings in guns, and he actually goes in there like he is ready for a battle. And he goes in at basically the right time, and it's just, it's good versus evil. So, spoiler alert, he beats the bad guy and gets his wife back. But that's not the very ending. The very ending with him and her is kind of sad. But then it starts showing some of his drawings of moments he had as a superhero and his other greatest moments and such. And it just seems to end really serene and peaceful and happy. I like the movie. It's filmed really well, obviously, because IFC doesn't really make a lot of bad movies. At least not that I've seen. The soundtrack is pretty good. It's more of a poppy, kind of, Juno-ish feel to the movie. Well, at least from the music it is. The acting is, it's basic. It can't be that hard. It really is. Each person, Rain, Liv, Ellen, Kevin, they're playing who they are. It's like basically who they play in everything they're in. And it mashes really well together. The cast worked out great. The scenes are great. It's a funny movie. And all around, I think it's worth... I bought it. I really think it's a movie to add to your collection.